you need to know that the economy has 4 sectors. That is where you can find wealth and jobs. The 4 sectors are commercial agriculture. If you produce crops for money as well as for food, you will create wealth and get money and create jobs. Commercial agriculture is of maybe 3 types. You can have the small scale, the 4 acres model, because I had people asking about it. 4 acres model is for the small scale, the ones with small piece of land. And these are the ones we are saying, since you have got a small piece of land, select high value enterprises, and those should be the ones you do in your small area, and you will get good income. And I have got examples of that. I've been showing them on the screens. People earning billions of shillings. Like if you can have time and visit Joseph Ijara of Serere, of Asangwa, of Kamuli, you'll see people earning billions from 2 acres or 2 acres of land. Then you can have medium large scale agriculture, commercial agriculture, because this is where your people were, Africans were behind, because they were producing, but producing only for consumption, for home consumption, or only working for the stomach, what they call subsistence. This is the one with the campaign. We want everybody to work for the stomach, but also for the pocket. That's why we say commercial agriculture. So small scale commercial agriculture, 4 acres or less, medium scale, and large scale. There, because you see the country needs all these products. For the small scale, we have recommended 9 enterprises. We have recommended coffee, fruits, zero grazing dairy cattle, food crop, piggery, poultry for eggs, fish farming, cocoa, and palm oil. There, even if you have got 1 acre, you will get good money. But then your country needs other crops, needs other products. We need cotton. We need maize. If we don't have cotton, what shall we put on? We need clothes. We need maize, because maize is low value, but needed in all animal feeds, for starch, for industries. We need sugar cane for sugar. We need tobacco, those who want to die from cancer. Those are low value, but needed by the economy. So therefore, we need the large scale producers who produce on a large scale, and although they are getting a small per acre, because of scale, they get good money. So that is sector 1, which all of you must know, Gen Z or non-Gen Z. This is mandatory. Either you know it or you don't know it, and you are doomed. So this is commercial agriculture. Then the next sector is artisanship and manufacturing and industries. This is where you process all these raw materials in final products. The raw materials we have in Uganda are agricultural raw materials, like the shirt I'm putting on is from the cotton, our cotton here. Then you have the minerals. Like the other day, I commissioned a factory with President Ruto in Tororo. about steel. Steel. You Gen Z, you must have heard of something called obutare. Obutare, you've never heard of this. Obutare is iron ore.
I was thinking about it.
Very good. Obutare is iron ore. That's why you hear of Butare here in Buweju. There's a place called Butare. You can even hear of Butare in Rwanda. There is something there. It is our word for iron ore, from which we get steel. Steel for so many uses. For dams, for buildings, Mitayimbwa, so the mineral-based industries are needed. Then you have knowledge-based industries. Knowledge-based, where you don't have the local minerals or the local crops, but you have knowledge. This way you, the Gen Z, can come in. Knowledge, innovation, computers. Computers are, you put a number of things together and you create a product. But all of them under manufacturing. All of them under manufacturing. That is the second sector. Whatever you do, in the last 400 years, this is the path to modernization. Then the third sector is services. Services. Uwereza. Services like hospitality. Me here, I am a wealth creator. I produce milk for you people. So you need milk, I am here. I give you milk. I give you a product. I produce beef for you. I produce bananas for you. And somebody transforms it into a processed product. So me, I'm a farmer. The manufacturer processes it into final product or changes a bit like starch and so on. But then we need services, which is the third sector. Services like hospitality, a hotel. Where did you sleep last night? Did you stay in a hotel here?
Hotel Uganda.
Where?
Igongo.
Igongo.
Yes.
So now that man, Igongo man, is not like me, who is producing milk, bananas, beef. For him, he's providing a service. Me, I'm producing a product, a good, but for him, he's producing a service. Transport is service. Border is services. Abayimbi, like Bebe Kur and group, they don't produce bananas like me. They just eat. They don't know where the bananas come from. But they provide what I don't do. This is to entertain us. Music, football, sports. Sports is a service. You can also have professional services, medical. If I go for treatment, that's a service. I was going to die. This man brings me back to life. And it's a service. The witchcraft, if you're a witch doctor, he pretends to provide a service. Pastors who preach the gospel, that's a service. So this is the third sector. Now, the fourth sector is also really part of sector 3, but I prefer to separate it. This is ICT. Ebyuma bya karimagezi, the computers, the what. because they are providing some other new types of service. For instance, there's what they call BPO, businesses processing outsourcing, where I am an accountant here in Mbarara, and I do accountancy work for a company in the USA, and they pay me, I send them the work over the internet, and they pay me. So I prefer to separate ICT a bit to make it a separate sector. But really it is part of the services sector, strictly speaking. So therefore, when you say how can we come in, I don't think there is economy, any sector which is outside these four. I don't think so. If you know any, tell me. But for me, I think these are the four sectors of wealth creation.